A very active night at La Palma is just more reassurance that there is no end in sight. Explosions and earthquakes could be heard and felt non-stop as we have quite literally broken new ground. As you can see, we'll dissect this in just a second. Also, did you hear or see about the major quote-unquote meteor sighting over the Great Lakes? This is seemingly gaining traction on the internet and somewhat getting confused with another big sighting out in the west, which we'll talk about as well. I've got the latest info on La Palma, and we will break down this sighting over the United States skies. This one will be fairly interesting. Here we go. Welcome back, my friends. October 23rd, 2021, and we're going to start with La Palma very quickly, and then we're going to move on to those meteor sightings. And it was an action-packed night for La Palma going into this morning. And now something very interesting happened on the side of the mountain there, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. It came through a Twitter post, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run through this video in fast motion, or else we really don't get to see what's taking place here. First, we'll go ahead and translate the top so we know what we're reading here. Video that shows an overflow of lava in the lower emissions vent at 2:15 p.m. Canarian time. This is very significant. We are now seeing lower portions of the mountain becoming vulnerable to the erosion going on inside the caldera or inside the cone of the volcano itself. Now take a look at this. As I hit play, I'm going to go ahead and drag this across and look at the outflow of lava that comes out and seemingly wants to take over the entire bottom half of the mountain. That's incredible. I would just hit play for you guys, but I don't want to risk any sort of copyright situation as I didn't get specific permission to show this, but it's on Twitter and it's very crazy. Look at the amount of lava flowing out of the middle of that mountain, and this just took place, so we could be seeing more and more of this. Again, this was 2:30 p.m. local time. I'm going to leave the link for this tweet in the description box as well. And one other thing we got to talk about, which I feel like was a very big part in why this happened, and that is right in front of you now. Over the last 8 hours, we've had a 4.3 earthquake take place. I know this was higher than a 4.3, being downgraded almost every earthquake now that is over a 4.1, and that was the only quake within the last 20 or so hours. If I go to 2 days, we had these two big quakes take place, the 4.2 and then the 4.4. We covered both of these, and then within 24 hours, as expected, we have another long night of eruptions. We also can't forget what's going on around La Palma. We're looking at earthquakes backtracking towards secondary islands here. This taking place today, a 3.9 earthquake, 5 kilometers in depth. That is super shallow, and in my opinion is directly related to La Palma. As you could see, the other quake that was off the coast was almost a day before this quake took place just moments ago. So we're seeing a trend of pressure moving out away from the island as well as seismic activity moving in. Also today, people are still looking for, I guess, proof that those dogs were actually rescued. Apparently there's no visual proof yet of these dogs alive and well. So once I do get that in hand, I will share that with you guys. All right, my friends, and now on to the fireball slash meteor slash whatever sightings, because we don't really know what one of these are, and two separate events have been getting confused. We've had one right here along the Great Lakes, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Western New York, Western PA. In fact, we had a big mystery boom here in Northeast PA, felt in multiple states just 2.5 nights ago. I'm wondering if it's related to this situation. I was telling my girlfriend about it as we were listening to the scanner, and they were searching town by town, borough by borough, and could not figure out what this was. No power outages reported, nothing. Some sort of sonic boom above northeastern PA and southeastern New York. But you are looking at American Meteor Society, and each one of these people reported seeing this fireball in the sky above the Great Lakes, stretching all the way down the United States. And this video you're looking at was from Samantha Jaquez, published at 12:10 p.m. East time on October 20th. So keep that in mind. Almost 3 days away now. Fireball soars across western Michigan skies. This was tweeted saying, "Who saw this fireball soaring across the night sky?" The International Meteor Association has 81 reports of a fireball traveling from southeast Michigan to northwest Michigan. Pretty awesome stuff, I can agree. This is a more spread out version of the different people that saw it. You could see them all looking in the same direction as the meteor went, traveling south to north over Canada. We're going to talk about that western meteor now, but to finish this one off here, this is nothing to fear as fireballs are usually not large enough to survive passage through the Earth's atmosphere. We've proved otherwise as right here on this channel. However, it is possible for small fragments to fall to the ground or into ladies' beds. In fact, fireballs are fairly common, with several thousand meteors of fireballs occurring each day. We've all known this, but we also know that there is a big uptick in meteor sightings, meteorites, and reports in general. In fact, this article from October 5th, we made a video about this. The big meteor lights up the skies in western Pennsylvania. The Northeast is being bombarded with meteor activity. All right, and for the West Coast meteor, are we looking at a meteor, a satellite, space debris, a UFO? All we know is that experts are trying to figure out what this was, if it was a crashed satellite from Russia. In fact, some experts came out right away saying, except it was not a natural fireball. After having looked into this a little bit, I believe this deserves its own video in a way. So what I'm going to do is just touch base with the information on this. These articles coming out 1 and 2 days ago, right off the bat. Dying satellite, not a UFO or meteor. Fireball spotted in Midwest was not a meteor, but a failed satellite. And a fireball raced across the Midwest sky, except it was not a natural fireball. I'll just read this for you guys very quick and then let you go. Stargazers in Midwest spotted a fireball in the night sky this week, but the bright streak actually turned out not to be a meteor. Those people over at NASA said the long-lasting fireball seen Tuesday was caused by the re-entry of a fragmentation of a satellite. If that is true, I hope to be able to verify that for you in the next video, which will be either later on today or in the morning. I hope you are all doing well, and I appreciate all of your time. For those of you that made it this far, shout out to Canada, and I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Happy Saturday. We will talk tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.